you fly, don't bother me. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, look, you guys, it's Talk Lately right here on BigSoulsRadio.com. We are live with a host of people. On the phone, we got Lindsay Marie. On my screen, I guess that would be to my right. We got Nate Kauser of the Artist Exchange. And right below us, we got our new member, Naya.
Welcome.
Hey, Naya.
Hello. Hello.
So let's get started. Um, oops, and clicking on stuff that I shouldn't be. Here we go.
Money. Can you turn the sound up a little bit?
Who are they? Who are they? What sound?
The sound. For some reason, the sound. Maybe it's me. I'm not
It
sure.
should be you because
I don't have no face. I don't have no sound.
you all over the place. Because we hear you perfectly.
Yes, we do.
And it, you all know that this is Talk Lately. It's April the 29th. Oh shoot! Look at this. Now my reactions aren't happening because of this Facebook thing. So Facebook has been screwing me. I'm just gonna let you guys know. Facebook has been screwing me over all day today.
Mm.
I guess they're gonna start working now. I like to see when people smile and laugh and stuff. Right now, okay, there we go. It did. It came on. Um, See, I need an engineer. This is not okay.
Where's Aldo?
Right.
Oh,
This is why I pay people. Thank you. Look at this. You shouldn't be able to hear that. All right.
Oh,
All right, look, we got a lot to talk about. First, I did a little live earlier as a test thing with my new. It's not even new. I've had this Surface tablet for a long time. I've never done any of the updates that come out on it. Windows do their updates every so often. I never did an update on it, so I never used it. Like I've used it probably 5 times in my whole entire life,
oh,
and
okay.
so I started using it more often because I'm home. I needed 5 screens. So right now I got one, two, three, four in my phone. It makes 5 screens. And the TV's on too. In front of me right now. So I'm trying to get used to my
Oh,
surroundings. And I'm
okay.
also engineering the show. Like tonight at 8 o'clock we got what's that show? Oh, thank you.
it's your show.
It's not my show. I like that show, but it's not my show. But we got Skyline show. I'm trying to get rid of the radio thing while we're doing this. Because while we're at home, we're not on the radio. So this is now the
Hmm.
sky. So it's the Skyline show. This is the Talk Lately show, and we're coming here live from. Everyone's in Baltimore, right? Or in the
I'm in.
Yes.
surrounding
I'm in
counties,
Columbia. I'm in
or in
Columbia.
the surrounding counties.
I'm Baltimore.
Mhm.
I'm in. I'm in Columbia.
It's okay. You can be from Columbia.
Yes. I'm in Howard
No
County.
one's gonna hold it against you with all your trees.
No.
Oh, I love my trees out here. You know I love trees.
So today, it's been a real slow day. Like I took off last week because I was actually very busy at work, but it was also a slow news week. Like nothing was brand new. Everything, the
Mm.
briefings was just a shit show. Um, I'm so sick
Why
of.
y'all still watching them?
I watch them for the comedic relief because
Hmm.
it's comedy in it.
I stopped last week.
It's
Right.
comedy in the desperation.
I stopped after the second week. I'm not doing
Yeah, they wasn't saying anything I wanted to hear, so I had to turn it off.
Because it's
it. Just wait
comedy
for
in
the
in
memes
that
to come out.
desperation.
Yes,
I
yes.
should turn this into a different view.
It's better than the soap operas these days.
hmm
Yeah.
I just wait for the memes. I'm not even gonna waste my
Right,
time.
because what was the thing from last week? The thing from last week is that he told people to drink the disinfectant. Like,
Oh God.
and
Oh
me and
my
Nate talked on his show briefly. What was your show on? Monday. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lost in the
God.
days. I just don't even care no more.
It's okay.
I
It's
count
just
the
like
days of the month. I don't count the
It gets
days
yes,
of
like
the week.
that. It's like that.
yes,
It's like a
yes,
zombie apocalypse. Like
Right,
yes,
Right.
exactly.
exactly, exactly.
I'm
As
trying
I was
to
just trying to
let
think.
just
me
don't even know what day it is at this point.
just give me 1 second because I'm missing out on comments and I don't like to have a missed comment because I'm a groupie uh, of my own show. I'm a groupie.
Oh. Well, I mean, somebody got to be.
Hey, thank you. And it's perfect
I'll
for
put
me.
on the big schools.
I got them all open over here. It's just that I didn't have them open in time for the show. So welcome, everybody. We're going to talk about the coronavirus. Sure, of course, an update. We're going to talk about that new drug that just came on the market as well. Well, they're trying to get it rushed through FDA, and I hate when somebody says they're going to rush a drug through the FDA.
Oh my God.
We
It is
already know
not
the
rushed.
FDA. In the past history of the FDA, they took too long to do stuff. But now, when you're talking about rushing something through, that just doesn't fly with me. It
No,
just
because
doesn't.
it's not gonna really have all the potence and do everything it needs to do because it's rushed.
Exactly. That's
Mhm.
exactly.
Mhm.
And I'm scared for something like that because here's what they're saying about this new drug, that it will break. It doesn't. It's not a cure. Let's get that straight. It's not a cure. It's a
Okay.
treatment. It's supposed to help bring the lifeline of the drugs. And right now it says that you be infected or feeling symptoms from the coronavirus for 14 days. It's supposed to bring it down to 11. Like, wow, why is this breaking news?
So it's basically
4 days.
what it seems like to me is like how they say you got the shingles virus that's still like lingering in your body. Basically, that's what it is. That's what it's gonna do. Basically, it's just gonna keep lingering in your body for real.
That's
It's
what
not
viruses do. Once you get a virus,
right.
you really can't. It might go dormant, but you're never cured of it unless there's a
Right.
cure.
But then with this one, because it's spreading so fast, so because it's dormant, it still could be spreaded, right?
But that's the thing. You become asymptomatic, is what they call it.
Yes.
I don't know.
And
So
what a
we're gonna
carrier,
be living
right?
like this forever.
Right. So that's why I said I'm not going anywhere because there's a possibility I might come across somebody that still has it or
Yeah.
had
Yes.
it and give it to
Yes.
me. I'm not asymptomatic, or I might be because we don't know if you don't know if
Right.
you've been infected already and
Right.
just was
Right.
Absolutely.
asymptomatic with it.
And I'm even still nervous with the gloves and the mask because for real, I don't really feel protected with the mask on.
And the
Seriously.
thing about it is, we will never nail down unless the Wutan, if they like they're saying that the Wutan Center for Disease Control released this. That's what the theory is, that they released this to the public. We will never really know when it actually was
But
exposed to
who's
people.
to say that this isn't just some things that you just made up just to scare people and to kill off. Every year they kill off a certain amount of people anyway.
Now you sound like a conspiracy theory.
That's what I'm saying. So who's to say that this not even what this is just what it is?
Well, the
I feel the
doctors,
same way.
the
'Cause we
doctors are
had
the
to
ones
look
to
at
say
it, right?
that. I mean, I'm sure that
Of
lady
course
didn't.
not. They gotta get paid.
I'm sure the lady
Right.
that just committed suicide the other day after
Yes. Yes, I
recovering from
heard.
the COVID virus,
Yes, I heard about that,
and
and
she
that was
committed
very
suicide
sad.
because she didn't want to go. I'm just guessing that she didn't want to go back to work and deal with it after
The
Right.
suffering
death,
through it.
the death toll, the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So she couldn't
It
just
takes.
quit. She couldn't just quit.
Right. Or go to another facility or
But this is
something.
what every doctor, I mean, around the world, this is what doctors are
Mhm.
doing now. It's not like you can avoid it or choose another
Yes.
profession at this
Yes.
point.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
why I asked early on, like, do they have therapists that are just there for essential employees? Do you have, especially in the hospitals or nursing homes, like they need somebody on staff, like that's available to be able to talk to them when they're,
I'm
because
sure
a
they
lot of them
do.
are on live
I
crying and stuff like that.
I would bet they do, but I'm pretty sure they're busy as well, dealing with their own patients and their anxiety to
Right.
No,
dealing
I
with
mean, but
this.
they need somebody dedicated just
Right,
for
but that
seeing.
means you have to create a new person to do that. Them people
Yeah,
already got their
I
own
agree with Nate.
clients. But them
Yeah,
people
that's
are,
I agree
what
with
I'm
Nate.
saying though is that them people already have their own clients that they have to deal with in
Right.
regards to the COVID too. So you mean they
Right.
have to drop them to go deal with the essential people too?
Or
And then they
add
got a
them
whole
to
slew
it.
of dead patients.
Well,
I mean, there's
if
a
we
lot of
have, but
school
if
counselors that are off right now. Let the school counselors do it. A lot of them are off right now.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them are,
well, if we
just,
have dead
you know,
patients and dead doctors, then what are we going to do?
Right.
that's what, because my question is, you know how they have like little shots and stuff. You know, I was, you know,
Mm.
is there anything like that to protect them? Like give them a shot, you know, every day when they come in, or a vaccine, something, so they can, when they go into the room, that they're not liable so quickly to grab it, to catch it.
I guess
Oh,
that's what they probably looking for.
right. Because there's no
Okay.
treatment. There's no treatment. There's no cure. There's no nothing for them. So that's why the
Yet.
argument about this PP, the protective equipment, and that's why this is such a big issue, because there's not enough of it.
My sister's a nurse. She said all they do is just check their temperature and just ask them about the symptoms. So they go down the checklist
And then they keep them
take
hydrated with IV.
So are they
fluid.
using that new temperature thing that you can
Well,
stand
the
feet
one
away and
the
press the
radiant
little?
one,
Yeah.
the one radiant where they can test your
Yeah. Oh man,
That's crazy.
it is. And now they want to open back up the city, and they still have no containment of this
They can open up
this
whatever they
virus.
want, as long as this 1250 door is locked.
Well, they're opening up Texas tomorrow. My mother told me that they're
But
opening.
I need them to open up the nail shop. I need my nails done.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not going. Monty, I need my hair blown out.
Good luck.
Can you come over and see me?
Okay, wait for me.
Yeah, I will
Can we
wait
do a telehealth session?
You can pick
with
any. You can
doing
pick
her hair.
You can pick any Wednesday out of the week, and just you let me know, and just wait for
Yes, I'll wait for
I
you. You
just
better
don't know
show
the
up too.
fascination people have, like that sense of urgency. I know we joking, but there are people who like, I gotta go get my hair done. To go sit back in the house. You want to be
You know
fly
what?
for your life?
It's vanity. It's all vanity. It's all
That's why
vanity.
what I've been doing is sharing the every wig thing that come up on Facebook. Every time I hear somebody saying they want to go to the store, here's a
But
link. They
my
ship out
thing
in 3
is,
days.
how I feel is this is the time for people to start being, entrepreneurs, start learning how to do stuff yourself. Like, I learned to put this wig on by myself, honey. Okay. Woo. And next, I'm about to learn how to do these nails on my own. So I'm about to be self-taught on a lot of stuff.
We're going back to the 30s. We're going back to a time before. We're going back to Madam C.J. Walker's time.
Yeah, well, you got to be self-taught.
But you want to know where I am with this coronavirus thing? Here's my thought, and I think I said this to you the last show that me and Lindsay was on, and Nate, because I'm still in the thought process where this virus could have been made in a lab, or they could have been researching something that they found outside. But I'm still in the lines. I'm still in the line where I still believe that this is Mother Nature. This is the world
My thing is,
reacting to what we've done to it.
True. But it also too, a lot of people are saying that this is something that the name that we must not speak of, the president, because he was being indicted and facing jail time, that he went over there and said, hey, I need y'all to make something, so to deflect it off of him.
But it didn't. That's the thing. It failed in the deflection because the criticism is at its all-time high. That's why I don't think. That's what I don't. That's why.
But he's not in jail though. He's not still facing them jail charges right now.
Right, but if he's out of office, if he gets out of office in November, he will be.
Right.
Yes.
He
as soon
still
as
has
he's out of
pending
office,
charges.
they're taking him away, like Bill Cosby.
He still has pending charges in the southern state. The Southeast District of New York.
Okay. So I really feel that this is something that he did.
Right.
He spread, but I'm trying to figure out how is it spreading so fast?
Because we won't stay in the house.
Yeah.
True.
That's what I said. And I also, like I said, I think this is Mother Nature cleansing.
And they're throwing parties in Chicago. Throwing parties
in
quarantine parties. Yeah.
Yes.
Mother Nature is forcing this world to react to the status quo, to the system, the state that we've created, this planet.
Right.
And now my Nana thinks. She told me my Nana is 84 years old.
Nana
she
is
thinks.
in here.
Yes, Nana thinks that this came from a different galaxy, from another planet somewhere. That something brought this thing here.
Okay.
She said, you're not as old as I am. I've seen things. I've been around a long time. There are things here now that people don't know about.
So kind of like the Men in Black.
something like that. Yeah, my mother used to work at the Pentagon, and she confirmed it. There are areas in the Pentagon where there are armed guards that you have to have top security clearance to get to.
Oh.
Because this is just, I've never seen, as a millennial born in 81, I have never seen anything like this in my life.
No, never. Never.
Never seen anything like this in my
You're
life.
gonna make me want to call out of work tomorrow. I'm a little nervous.
She gonna lay right back down.
Who is that, Mama or
Nemers?
Nemers?
She heard her name.
That cat is huge.
Leave my Nemers alone.
Oh Lord.
She's sleeping.
She's snacking like everybody else.
She's exhausted. She worked all day.
Is that the pissy one?
Yeah, that's the one I got her ass whooped.
That is wrong.
That's my baby though. But you don't pee on no carpets around in here.
I know that's right.
Okay, so let's move on. So the states that are reopening:
Texas,
Georgia, Wisconsin.
I think Chicago's supposed to be
Oh, that's
opening.
That's not a state. That's a city. But I get what you're saying.
But Chicago,
Illinois. That's Illinois. So it's been reported today that all of these states are basically breaking the rules in the first place, because you're not supposed to actually open your state until you have 14 days of declining cases, and none of them have that. All of them, most of them are still rising, and some of them are at a plateau, meaning, that curve they're always talking about when it peaks. If you're looking for a peak doesn't do this. A peak does this.
Right.
That's a peak. This is a plateau. If your cases are all staying at the same rate of death and cases of new cases coming in every single day, you're on a plateau. And plateaus are not good. Unless you live on top of one. But plateaus are not good, meaning that the case rate is still at the same rate. So every day the same amount of people come in and are sick, and some of them are dying. So how is it safe? This is a question I'm going to pose to y'all. How is it safe for you to reopen your state if you have not had a decline in cases? A decline. When you're coming down to zero.
But the problem is the businesses. It's the businesses and business owners that are pushing for this. It's not the average everyday citizen, because they going outside anyway and doing shit. It's the people that want to be open, which is it's not worth your life to be seeing clients right now. It's really not.
You shouldn't have to tell people that.
But you
have to tell people that.
No, you shouldn't. But you have people that don't really think that this is real. Like I work with a few people that don't think that this is real. That this is just whatever this is.
But that's because it hasn't touched their family yet. Now my family, it hasn't touched mine.
My cousin has it on my father's side.
And it hasn't touched my family yet either. But I know people that it has touched. I know people that have died, including what's her name? Holly Combs that used to be on Charmed.
Oh wow, really?
Her grandfather died.
Oh, I thought you said it was her.
No.
Ooh, I was like,
I know people that it has happened to.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. And Kelly Price, her grandfather just passed from it.
Really?
I just saw that. I just saw that.
It's been
I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because of me.
Right.
I can't wait for that funeral because she's going to blow it out.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not.
But it's probably going to be online because, it's a 10% minimum. So.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are holding
maybe she'll do something online, virtually.
So more people can come, or like a lot of the funeral homes.
That's the messed up part, though. This virus has messed up that kind of, yeah.
Kenny Rogers, what happened to him? What happened to his funeral? Because Aretha I remember Aretha's funeral. It was a funeral to literally die for. What happened to Kenny Rogers' funeral? Because he was a country music icon.
Well, Aretha planned her own funeral. That's why that
it was beautiful. But Kenny Rogers, he basically was their Mel Aretha, and we didn't hear
Mhm.
anything about his funeral. At least not on this side. Maybe on that side, they
Mhm.
heard about the funeral, but I haven't heard anything about his funeral.
I
And
keep
he was
trying
an
to
icon. I
look,
just
Does
saw
he
a
have
tribute to
Nate.
children?
him on TV.
Nate,
Uh-huh.
I was pressing the button on my desk,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have no sound effects button because I was waiting for these crickets. I was waiting. I
Oh.
was waiting for these crickets.
Oh.
Kenny
He is so
Rogers. Kenny
he
Rogers.
is so
Kenny
ignorant.
Rogers. Good. Rest in peace.
I like Kenny Rogers. Don't mind him.
I'm
I
not
like
look. I'm not even paying him no attention.
I was-
It
I
was a
mean,
legitimate question, though. It
it was
really, it
okay.
was.
Okay.
It was a legitimate point. What happened to
hmm
his funeral?
He had a funeral in Tennessee by himself.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Well, okay. Well, at least somebody attended.
Grass.
he wasn't like icon status like Aretha though. Like
Well,
Well,
Aretha.
actually, in the
I
country,
mean,
in
not
the,
to
I'm
us,
not going to knock him. Yeah,
but
but
I
in the
was
country,
saying to them,
Yeah.
in the country music field, he was
he was.
big.
Yeah,
To
he was very
them,
big in the country music field. I would give him
to
that.
them. Not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying on this side.
And at first when she
He
said
wasn't
Kenny
a
Rogers, I
crossover
was getting ready to
artist.
say, didn't all of Roy Rogers go out of business and stuff?
They had some
So
good sandwiches when I was pregnant.
That ham and
they
cheese.
still open. They at the Trail Plazas.
I think they're in Pennsylvania too. I think I
And
had
the
a Roy
little
Rogers
roadside
sandwich
Trail
in
Plaza.
This
Pennsylvania.
is so unprofessional, but I'm gonna eat these chips.
Oh, I've
They're
been eating
good.
them.
I had some last week. They're one of my guilty
Bring me a
pleasures.
water and my charger, please. The whole thing, the green thing and the white charger.
You have the white part too.
Mm.
um, Lindsay, you want to talk about the M8s? Because
Yes, I do. There is a protest going on right now with a young lady from another radio station who's hosting a protest right down the street from my house, less than 15 minutes away at the Jessup Correctional Facility Center for the MCIW, Maryland Correctional Institute for Women. And she is going to be hosting a protest. And I'm debating whether I should go. I'm really debating whether I should go.
You shouldn't.
You don't think I should go?
No.
No, somebody go have it on live. You can share it out. I wouldn't.
Yeah, because I do want to, because what they're saying is what's going on are the inmates, they're contracting this virus at a higher rate, of course, because they're forced to be,
In close
all
proximity.
exactly, and they're not being treated fairly. They're not getting medical aid like they're supposed to, and we're still in a phase right now where I think I read today that Maryland released 200 inmates.
Is
Yeah.
that
200
false?
inmates were released today.
Yeah. They're supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be what, 2,000.
Yeah,
They
I'm just,
releasing them all
listen.
the time.
It's going to be like the purge to me
Yeah.
if they let
It
these
is.
violent offenders out. I'm no
But they
shade
supposed
towards
to be
inmates.
starting with
But I
people
don't think
with
it's. I don't think it
they're
is
like
violent offenders though. I think
tickets
it's
and
people
stuff.
that's supposed to be under 1 year that has less than 1 year of a sentence.
Well, that's good. If it's like check fraud or
They're
something
not
like
letting
that.
Yeah,
out.
it's stuff like that.
Don't worry about the
tickets
killer.
and
The
stuff
killer's
like that.
not coming for you, Lindsay.
Yeah.
So if you
No.
had
Yeah,
a
because I live in
violent,
Columbia.
if you had a violent
He is not
offense,
hiding behind the trees.
if you had a violent offense or you were a sex offender, I think those are the two that are not on the list of people
They're
that
not
can
coming home.
first.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You're
There's
not.
people that
Part
got
of me is saying like I rarely have sympathy for people in jail unless you're there, like, and somebody else did it and you
Like
being
wrongfully convicted. Yeah.
yeah, I can't. But other than that, you did this to yourself. Like,
Yeah.
be home in your home right now. But
No, but I understand why they would, they're doing the releasing thing because, again, jails, the proximity to you being next to another person is unavoidable when you're in prison.
But in the beginning,
Absolutely.
before all of this started, they said that they were safe because there was no new coming in and none going
the
out and coming
But
officers,
back.
correction
Well, they
officers,
lied.
but that's
They
not true
lied.
because correction officers have to go home.
Right, but they're saying
Exactly.
as
So
far as
they're
the
spreading
inmates,
it and bringing
yeah.
it back.
And they
They're
bring it
going
back.
out into society and bringing it back to the inmates,
And
and
I
then the inmates are
and there
spreading
was a
it.
study a while ago that said most correctional officers are typically married to a police officer, and that's how it could possibly be contracted
But
because
not
they
only
are.
that, but you know that some inmates may be having sexual relations with the people that work
Well,
there.
it's not
Well,
a
can it
sexually
be? Well,
transmitted
can
virus.
No, but I'm saying they still coming in contact with each other.
Please don't add
So,
another thing to the list of sexually transmitted diseases.
yeah, but I'm saying they still coming in contact with each other. They're not social distancing. So it's not 6
Don't
feet.
mess up my world. Golly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I want to have sex. So I mean,
Oh my god. Y'all know what I'm
oh
saying.
my goodness, just ruined it for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
It's
mean, and then you
okay.
gotta take notice too
I just
when
read the book.
you gotta take notice too when people are like inmates are in the window with poster boards. Save me, let me out. You know,
Yes, yes.
the virus is in here. You know, that's
It's
it's
something I
sad.
thought I would never see in 2020. Like I said, I've been here since
No.
I
1991.
mean, you know, you don't never
But
know, man.
everybody was so excited for 2020 to come, and that was here, and
And
it's
oh
like,
my God, it's
you
taking
know what I'm saying?
food,
Oh
it's
my
taking
God.
lives. It's been, oh my goodness.
Yes.
2020 has been hard.
I
I
just
hope
put
the latter half is better than this.
I just did the
Yes.
saddest thing in the world just now.
What?
I put some whipped cream on a salt and vinegar potato chip.
Oh my God, Rhoda, I got your brain.
Oh God. You violate so many codes of the food department.
That salty sweet just hit every taste bud I have. It was
Monty's
delicious.
pregnant. Monty is pregnant. That's all. That's what it is.
Oh. And you still dipping?
You saw it. You saw me.
I did. I did.
I thought I turned the camera off.
No. Mm-mm. I saw it.
I should have brought the can down here.
Oh Jesus.
So,
Not the can.
and that, I only can go so far in this discussion because that's why I wanted Lindsay to talk about it because I actually work in the field of corrections. So,
Yes, and I dated somebody who was in corrections for a long time, so I was like I was in corrections too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it. Well, let's talk about Puerto Rico. Okay, who's gotten their stimulus checks yet? I got my stimulus check
I got
today.
mine.
I
You
got
got it
mine
today? Oh, congrats.
today. I got it today, and they're saying that
Let me
Puerto
put my
Rico.
cash app up here then. So y'all got y'all get.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you didn't get yours either, Nate? You haven't
No,
gotten yours?
I haven't finished my taxes yet.
Oh,
What's that
Wow!
got to do with
But
anything?
you still should get it from 2018.
What's your taxes got to do with anything?
Because I thought you had to do your taxes this year.
No.
And you have to have it for. It goes
Did you
back
do
to
2018's
2018.
taxes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you did 2018.
Well, then you should get your money.
Did you put direct deposit on it?
I only got half of mine, so I need to
You
figure
did
out what
direct
happens with my
deposit on
other
it?
half.
Yeah, I did. I
Then you
always
should have
direct
got it.
deposit. I don't like waiting on the check.
Then you should have
I
got
haven't
it. If
got
you
mine.
did your taxes in 2018 and had a direct
You're gonna
deposit,
get it. Just
you should have
wait.
got it
It's
already.
coming. It's
You
coming.
actually should have gotten it already because I got mine 2 weeks ago.
I got mine today.
I only got half of mine, so I gotta figure out what happened to the other half.
Oh, you must be somebody's child.
No, I have kids. I have children of my own. Shoot.
Did you owe something?
No,
I know
You
I
only
because I
owe
got all my
I
taxes
know.
paid, so I
Well,
don't owe
they
nothing.
say what is this I heard about them saying that men who owe child support will not get a stimulus
They
payment.
won't. They will not.
What do you
Well, I
think
don't
about
owe no child support.
What do I think
Is
about
it?
that?
Yeah, what do you think about it? Is that fair or no? If they're paying on time and they're
I
not in
don't think
arrears,
it's fair. If anything, I think they should have took the money that gave them the money, taken the money, and given it to the child.
or gave them a portion back or something. A lot of those federal rules I don't agree with. Like if you owe the federal government or the state, you can't even get a job in that. It's a lot of like that's stupid to me because that you could have gotten at least a $600 payment or a $1,200 payment versus them still owing money. Like that's still dumb to me. Or a portion
Another
of their
one.
money could go
Another
back
one
to
is
her.
you can't they won't give you a check. They're not going to give you a stimulus if you're married to an immigrant that doesn't have a social security number.
Oh my God.
Mm.
So you being the
Well,
American citizen won't get one either.
Right.
that is
Oh
crazy.
wow.
hmm
That is crazy, and you're paying tax, but you still have to pay taxes,
hmm
though.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
of
is
course.
And then
crazy.
apparently,
That is
like you
crazy.
brought up Puerto Rico, but apparently they're not getting any.
Well, you already know why that is. You know who's
Oh
behind
wow.
that.
hmm
So
But he
you already
shouldn't
know
have
number
this
45 is
ultimate
behind
power
that.
like that. I don't understand how
I've never
he
seen
has this
nothing like
ultimate
this.
power. And that's making me really realize all of the Republicans are behind this. It's
hmm
not just
Yes.
Trump. Because
Oh,
I
it's
Yes.
can
never just
remember the
him.
last year
They
for
all need to be
Obama.
fired.
The last year
Yeah.
for Obama, they blocked him from doing anything. Like
Yeah.
Right.
another
Right.
Supreme Court justice. So it has to be these Republicans behind this. Y'all better watch what y'all voting for.
But then they come back out and say you had to have the Obama package and stuff like that at the beginning or the end of last year.
What's the
hmm
Obama package?
You mean the healthcare?
Like the healthcare, yeah, the
Oh.
Obama
I think they
healthcare.
got rid of that. Didn't they get rid of that?
No, they
No,
got rid of the mandate, but they didn't get rid of Obamacare. They can't.
they took
Okay.
away the funding to
Okay.
promote it. That's why you don't hear about it.
No,
But
they
it's
took
still
away.
open.
They took away the mandate that you don't have to. That you no longer have to pay that $595 a year if you don't pick a plan,
Hmm.
which is the
Okay.
mandate portion of it.
Because I think they
Okay.
pick it for you, and then you have to wait 6 months to switch it.
No, you don't
Hmm.
have any. You don't have to be in a plan at all no more. So the mandate required that you
That's
either pick a
dumb.
plan or you have to pay that $595, and that
Oh,
would
okay.
trigger you being in a plan.
And
But it
see,
Mm.
would
you
be
know
the
what?
highest deductible plan possible, basically.
With this crisis going on right now, a lot of the people, the fact that everybody is affected, I want those people that was complaining about Obamacare. I want to see
Hmm.
what they're doing right now. Like, are
But
you healthy? Are you safe right now? Are
exactly.
you
But a lot of
You want to
places are
hear from
not
them?
taking new
How
people.
you want to hear from them?
I want to hear from
They're not alive. They don't have insurance.
no, but that's why I want to
But
hear from them. I want to hear them. I want to see their GoFundMe's and shit like that go up.
You want to hear
I
from them?
want to see all that.
Put your ear to the
Yeah.
ground. Put your ear to the ground and
oh
listen.
boy.
So,
But
Listen deeply.
mm-mm.
I can't. Um, I done lost my whole train.
I'm reading that 2 men in Georgia drank bleach and disinfectant.
I read that too.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
My goodness.
It's crazy.
And I know that Hogan had put a message out for Trump to stop misleading the American people because he was getting calls at his office about if people really this is like Jim Jones and the magic purple Kool-Aid all over again. People are really going to drink the purple
Not drink the
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid.
with this man. I don't even drink Kool-Aid anymore. I will never drink Kool-Aid again after this presidency.
I don't
Oh God.
understand this all of a sudden love for Hogan. I don't. He's doing his job. What he should have been doing
Hmm.
for parts of Maryland, like Baltimore, before he's now have to do them. He has to do his job. But now all of a sudden, people got so much love for Hogan because his little Asian wife, the brung of the test that none of y'all have gotten. Because they're all over there in Harford County somewhere getting their test done.
Oh, so
I don't
Lindsay
understand.
closed. She get it done.
I don't understand the
Well,
sudden love for him.
I
Why don't
think
you
that
understand it? I understand it. I mean,
I
hey,
think he's doing a better job than the president. I mean,
right.
really,
That's
Maryland,
the
we're
understanding
a
part of
lucky
it.
state. We're a lucky state because,
That's
like I said, Texas. My mother is there. They're reopening tomorrow.
my grandmother's
Hogan's not.
there, so
Right, exactly. So I'm worried about my mother and my brother now because
Right.
she's near the army base and they have to travel in and out. And it's just like
that's
Maryland,
the
we're lucky.
understanding. That's the understanding right there. He's not a typical Republican.
Right,
Mm.
exactly.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
I take him for president any day over number 45.
See, that's the he
Yeah.
got you. He got you.
I ain't nobody
He
say he
got
would, but that's not what she said. She said
he
she'll
got
take him over him. She didn't say she was
he
voting
got.
for
But
him.
that's what he doing right now. He trying to set himself up. That's
Yes,
what he
he
But
Yeah.
is.
he can set
Yes,
himself up all he
yeah.
wants to. This doesn't. Andrew Cuomo will be my president next.
Okay.
It would not be Hogan. I'm sorry. I
Well, what do you think
like you
about
for what you're
Biden?
doing right now, and I might vote for you to be a governor the next time. You can have another term at
Hmm.
governor, but I will not put you in the White House. That's not happening for me.
Right.
I
I
mean, I
mean, but
like
Set
you to an
yourself up
if
extent.
right
I
now.
like you to
if
the
number
extent that you keeping
45
me
made it,
alive.
is I don't think nobody can be as bad as number 45. So
Yeah, I agree with that, but I just don't fall in line with a lot of Republicans
right.
talking points. So, and it's just that simple. I think I'm at this point in 2020. I think I'm actually more socialist than I've ever been.
I'm an
You a
independent.
socialist?
I'm more socialist now today than I've ever been
Mm.
because
You have to be.
some of
You
these
have to be.
concerns and these billions of dollars we just spent on trying to find PPE and testing equipment would have been solved with universal health care.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm more socialist today than I have ever been. Some of the things that I've seen, some of these Democrats that have come across with the TV, like AOC and Kamala Harris, she's actually for it too, um, about doing the stipend, the monthly stipend, so you can stay your ass in the house and we can get
But
rid of
see,
Hmm.
this
my
virus.
problem with
America can afford
like
it.
even with the stimulus, my problem is factoring who gets it and who doesn't get it. You know, right now this is an unprecedented emergency that we're going on, and they're still nickel and diming who can get it and who can't get it.
Yeah,
Like
you're
But it's
right.
like
You're
is
right. You're right. You're right. They
but
are.
is it just a one-time thing, or is this they're gonna
They're trying
continue to
to.
give
No,
it out? And
they were
Maxine
recommending
Waters.
they
Yeah,
were
Maxine
recommending a
Waters.
monthly stipend so you can
Yes.
continue to pay your
like
bills
Yes.
while
Canada did.
quarantined,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
like Canada is doing.
Yes.
hmm
Yes. Maxine
Canada gave
Waters
out eight
introduced
thousand
that.
dollars, and they gave them I think like 15 to 2,000 every month
Hmm
up until
Hmm.
when I guess when this is supposed to be blowing over. But it's they still nickel and diming. Like they couldn't even
Yeah.
the infrastructure of people, everybody applying for unemployment at one time.
Oh
The whole
yes,
system
yes, yes.
crashed.
That's a whole
Like
conversation
hmm
within itself.
how can
That's a whole
a
conversation.
government agency crash? Like it's um, I'm
hmm
Yes, I know
no.
Right.
people on Facebook who have asked people on Facebook to call unemployment for them and
Mhm.
put them on a conference call on three-way because they cannot get through. And
I seen A
Well,
Dilla
they need
uh
earlier.
to.
those was
So
it a DJ Lady Mysteria said that she had
mhm.
posted the other day that she is number 183,000
That's the
on
Yeah,
name.
unemployment. They left her a
Ooh.
message and told her that she
yeah.
should have her money by 2021 and to not lose her place in line. That's
For
what
what? What was
unemployment
this?
told her.
Oh,
Yes,
What?
this was a
Yeah.
post. This was a post, and
So
I
when
believe
Oh.
her.
so when you log in, when you try to go to the website, what it does is it like the first time I did it, I think I was like number 87,000 or something like that, and
Mm-mm-mm.
maybe like so they send you put your email address and they send you an alert for when yours is up, and you have like 10 minutes to get into it. And the crazy part of it is like mine. The first time I did it, it came up like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I had to go back in. And depending on what time of day you go in,
Mhm.
your number is really high, but you're just in a virtual line basically because they're not answering any phones, they're
hmm
not doing anything, so they put you in this virtual line. But that in and of itself is crazy
I feel
because
sorry
Mm-mm.
for them.
it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't like that 10 years ago.
I feel sorry for them, but thank
No.
goodness I'm working. Good lord.
Amen.
I know that's right. Retweet.
Amen.
Retweet.
Amen.
I like that one. So we were talking about prison, and I did want to bring up that they pushed Mother Bang Rap. No.
Oh God, don't even. Oh.
Nasty bitch.
Hmm
We'll have our sound effects, so
What do
yeah,
I
good.
call her?
So, what's the
What's
tea
her
with her?
name? What's that? What?
Bowl, something bowl.
Bowl. That's another one. No. What was the last one? Jaja.
Jaja Bang.
Oh my
Jaja
god.
Bang.
Jaja Bang. Um,
Lord.
They
Oh my
pushed her
Oh,
God.
her
goodness.
sentence back to June 26th. I think that's
So
gonna
is she
get.
on house arrest now, or
I don't believe so.
We're all
I
on
want
house
her on
arrest.
house arrest?
Yes, we all are.
Stop.
No, I
But
want her
not
Mhm.
me.
like she
I
can't
still got to
Where
go
is she
out.
going to go? What is she going to do?
Right,
Like,
because
sit in
you know
the
she was
house.
supposed to be in jail.
they,
She was supposed to go to jail Monday.
They
what is
should
she?
they should force her to be on Sheila Dixon's campaign. That's what they should do.
I agree
No,
with
I
that.
think that
See,
would be.
high five on
I
that.
I actually don't,
High
because I
five
think that
on
would be bad optics. We don't need you over here trying to cloud
They,
up.
they,
Because I think one
she
of the
should be
first
in charge
questions
of
would
social
be
media or
no,
something.
because see, one of the first questions would be, and Nate, we work very hard to try to denounce that $1,500 gift card crap. We work
We
very
did.
hard to do this.
Right,
Every
right.
single day, it's a fight on
And
Facebook
now they
about
working
this $1,500
together.
in gift cards, and now you gonna put her with him with her $150,000 thieving ass? No
No, she
thanks.
should be the person that gotta go knock on the doors and hand out her little
Or stand on the corner as people pass by and just hand
yeah
out flyers and
Mm,
stuff.
with the little twirly diaper
Oh yeah, that little
sign.
thing like
mm.
Sheila
No,
little.
you should make her be
Oh yeah.
turn her ass into a squeegee boy.
Ooh,
Oh
no, no,
You gotta
no.
pay
yes,
and give us this
yes,
restitution.
Or she can't
yes. I'm
go work
telling
for
you,
social services or something. She gotta be one of the
Oh
she
inmates.
can
look,
work for unemployment.
I actually did
Uh,
have a little story about the inmates. So this says as the outbreak of coronavirus hits Cook County in Chicago, sick inmates are making signs on their cell windows begging the outside world for help. We
mm,
matter in quotes. No supply in quotes. We're dying in quotes. Are a few of the alarming messages on the glass. Of the
are you gonna get out and
270
do what you're supposed to do?
Of the 276 prisoners who tested positive, 21 were at the local hospital and 36 are at a recovery center. I'm sure that's probably increased since this came out. This was in
Mm.
April the
But
10th.
they
To
but
get
nowadays they have celebrities that are feeding the people and sending supplies to like places like that, to like jails and stuff.
Hmm.
I just want them tested. I want them to be.
How did your phone drop out?
I was like, what happened? I thought it was me.
She's on the phone. How did your phone drop
That's
out?
all. I thought it was me.
Turn your phone back on. You put it on mute. How do you mute
Mm,
yourself? Unmute.
mm.
She
Okay.
had me thinking my phone was about to die or
I hope
something.
she's not still talking.
She
Okay, can you
probably.
hear
He
me?
is
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
talking.
Okay. Yeah.
He is
Okay, can you hear
talking.
me
I'm
now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, what I was basically saying was that they should have it so they're able to get treated like everybody else. But I'm a little leery about releasing criminals back into the population.
Mm,
It's a case by case basis.
scaredy cat.
But they should
Well,
be able
most
to
of us
get
But
aren't being treated. Most of us are being turned away or
Wuss.
not
right.
getting
But
assessed.
they
well, they're
Scaredy
opened up
property
the
cat.
of the
army base
state. They're
though.
property of the state. They are
Loser.
state property.
Loser, you wuss.
But they opened up the army. I thought the army opened up some type of base for them to go to, or they supposed to be opening up coliseums and stuff like that for
Well, the
them to go
Baltimore
in and get
Convention
treated.
Center is supposed to be
Yeah,
opening
to go
up.
get
Baltimore
for
Convention Center.
them to get treated. But I thought the army was basically dealing with the inmates and stuff,
Mm.
Mm.
like helping
I
them.
got compassion for them, but
It just depends on their crime.
I'd rather people put their energy into the homeless than
Hmm.
sorry. And I got family that's
Yeah.
in jail, so I'm sorry.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Nate.
They let a
I get
lot of
what
the
I,
they're
I
letting a
get
lot
what
of
you're
the
saying.
children inmates out, like baby bookings. They let a lot of the children in the
See,
children
this is
jail
why the virus
out.
is here now because of people saying stuff like that. They'd rather let people die than
It's not.
and go
I would
deal
rather you
and then go
die, but
deal
I'm
with the
just
homeless,
saying.
as if there's not
I,
enough power to go around to help everybody.
it is enough power, but I just don't have the same type of sympathy for somebody
I
in jail
understand, but
that
a
I do.
death is a death, and you are a Christian, and you should know better than to say something like that.
Yup,
Bleeding
yup,
heart.
I mean, but
yup. And I'm not God. And
I
I'm
do
not
feel
Look
God.
at
like the
see, look at
the
them,
homeless
look at.
need a little
But
help.
you're supposed to be in the image of him, right? Ain't that what y'all say in
Mhm.
church? And
Ooh.
But
I don't go.
I'm
I'm a
not
Christian
there
who doesn't
yet.
go to church,
look at this.
but I
Look,
have
look at
compassion
this
for
heathen.
everybody, for human
Heathen.
life.
Yeah,
Heathenism.
Human
true.
life.
But I feel like the
Human life.
homeless needs a little bit more help.
Heathenism, not to
Mhm.
be mistaken with that place in
I'm
Jamaica.
just saying, if you're an inmate, you are part of this. You're state property. You should be healthy or taken care of. Just state property.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm
But at the end of
saying.
the day, they have a meal and they have some place to sleep. The homeless don't. So
Thank
that's
you.
where
Well,
know.
that's true. That's true. But
I'm not,
homeless
but I'm not
people.
saying not to
Well,
help
hold on
help the
now.
homeless
Now, with
either.
homeless people, I'm not saying some people. I'm not saying all, because I've been homeless before in my past. I can admit that.
Me too. Yeah.
They have been homeless by choice. Some of them are strung out on drugs in the street
Mhm.
down Lexington
Mhm.
Market, getting
Mhm.
high. So
Which, by the
that's
way,
a
is getting
choice that they.
remodeled.
Yes, but that's a choice they have made, is to be homeless. Some people do not want help from being homeless. I've worked with the homeless, and some of them want to stay on the street and
Their
want
pride.
to.
Yeah, their pride.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, they need help, but how can you help somebody that may not want your help?
But they probably want it now that this virus is out there.
Y'all see how little my shoulders
Mhm.
are?
What?
Sorry.
What happened?
Okay. No, I just wanted to change the subject.
See how little my shoulders are, guys. You checking them out?
Good. That was a good way to segue. Um,
He a clown. He a whole clown.
so I just wanted to, because we were already I should have brought this up while we were talking about the stimulus thing, because I just want to put my sister and my nephew on record and on notice that if this would have happened to me, toodaloo. Listen. So in the midst of these the $1,200 and plus the $500 if you got a child, stimulus credits that people were getting. This one person had gotten, the government had put $8.2 million in his account by accident.
What?
Yes, I remember that.
They would have never saw it. They would have never caught me, and I would have been gone.
We would have
Yes.
been gone. I would have called you.
Well,
You would
we
never been
all
able to
would have
call
been.
me. You wouldn't have not
We-
been able to call me because I would have pushed all of this shit on the floor, and I'd have been gone.
No, I'm saying I
Oh.
would have called you if I had that kind of money.
Oh,
I would
okay.
call all my closest
Oh.
conglomerates.
Well,
Look,
I hope you would have called me too.
Unfortunately, my
absolutely.
thing would not have been likewise because I would have not called anyone because that's the trail to get me caught, and I'm not calling
God does
anyone.
not like ugly. Do not do that. Okay?
But
I
share
would
the
have
wealth.
disappeared. You would have never known
You
I
you
got it.
need you need
No.
disciples, money.
You
You
would
would
have
need
Right.
never known
disciples,
I
someone
got
Yeah.
it.
else
You would have
to
never known I
manage
got
the
it. I would have been
money.
in the
Nope.
shipyard. I
But
would have
God
been
would
on.
have took all of that away
I
because
would
you was
have. He
selfish.
couldn't have got it
I
because it
would
would
have
have been in.
ran.
It
I
would
would
have
have
been in the boat
ran
with
with the
me.
money. They would have never saw
It.
me or caught me
You
ever
would have
again. I would have been
never
like little
caught me
Kim.
because
Like
the
little Kim. I
money.
would have went and got a facelift.
The money
I
would
would
have
have
been
got
in the
a
boat
body
with
lift.
me.
I would have done all that.
So you would have pulled a Nicolas Cage, what's that movie?
A face off.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
the money.
No.
The money would have been in the boat with me
It
in dollar bill increments because I would have had $8.2
would have been like
million
Shawshank
bills.
Redemption with money.
I
Hide money in the
I would have changed
sand.
my whole identity, my name,
would
everything.
have had 8.2 million $1 bills.
And you know what? I would say check the fucking Dominican Republic. 'Cause that's where your dad.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
that's exactly
yeah.
what I've been
You
at, but I
might have
would not have been
disappeared.
Nope.
in one
I would have
state.
been in Bora
I
Bora
would have been the
somewhere.
bummiest
Boy.
Listen to me.
Bora
I
Bora,
would have
Belize,
been the
somewhere. You wouldn't have
Oh
found
yeah,
bummiest.
me.
Belize. Yes.
I
Yeah,
would
you wouldn't
have
have found
been
me.
the bummiest millionaire you have ever known.
Yeah, absolutely. Smelling like fish and tomorrow.
And skinny.
Food on tuck.
Skinny when you would not have known because I'd have been eating one leaf a day.
My name,
Look, I just
my
got a
name would have
text from
been
my aunt. I just got a text from my aunt. She just said
no.
on Facebook, "You wouldn't call me if you got $8.2 million." I just said I would take all my
No.
closest conglomerates, all my closest people with me.
We
I would
on two
have.
different levels now, Grandma.
My name would have been Lupe
Auntie, I
somewhere.
would have took my auntie
I would
definitely
have
with
I
me.
would have had scuba gear because look,
No.
I'm going to tell y'all all my little secrets because I got things to get out of things and out of things. So I would have had scuba gear because I would have came back to visit sometime, but I would have swam up.
You have an underwater hotel.
But hold up, I was about to say because you got the sharks and the
I'm
megalodons and
not
all that
scared of
up in there.
them.
You got to worry about that.
I ain't scared of them. I'm a
Oh,
Scorpio.
with 2 million, I bet you would
I
be
take it.
scared
I
of
got a
them.
little submarine under there. I ain't scared of them. But it's a
My name would have been Lupe and
what I
everything.
am scared of though in the water. I'm not scared of sharks. I'm really not scared of sharks unless they're close to me. Um, and
Oh, what?
That's
what
the
I'm
only thing
scared
Okay.
I'm
of.
scared of.
Have
Don't
you
bleed.
y'all been to the
Don't
National
bleed.
Aquarium and they actually have them big ass fish? They're fish. They're
Mhm.
not sharks or anything like that, but they fish and they
Mhm.
like 15
Mhm.
feet big.
Oh
They got
yeah.
them
Yeah.
there.
Hmm.
Those are the ones I'm scared of because they black when they in the water. You can't see
Mm.
the color, their colors.
But if you in what you say Hawaii and all that Jamaica, you're gonna
Dominican,
have
we're
clear.
Dominican. Come
You're
on,
gonna
get it
have
right.
clear water. You're gonna have clear water.
No,
You're
see,
gonna be
that's what
able
I'm
to see
talking about.
that black figure coming.
I'm talking about when I swam back here, when I swim up into Baltimore just to come
Oh
visit,
well.
and I jump
Oh, you
back
gonna
in.
Well,
swim up to
listen.
Baltimore? That's a whole nother animal.
I
You
know,
will
but I
be a
got the
fish.
stuff. I got the
Yeah,
stuff with my $8.2 million where the water don't actually
it's
touch my
okay.
skin.
You go.
No.
Oh, gee.
I
You
got
gonna come up on this?
you forgot I got $8.2 million. Nothing's touching
But
my skin.
listen, you gonna
That
come in
water
through
is
the
green.
harbor, so
It's
you
going
gonna be
through it.
alright.
Right.
You
I might
going
get clamped down by a couple crabs, but I'm be all
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The king crab and all this, the worst you can worry about. You know what I mean? And probably a couple of skeletons and dead bodies up in there, but it's okay.
mm,
Okay. Oh, this is. I really did want to talk about this because China is actually going a little bit crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
because they having a
but
resurgence
see,
of
I've always
COVID.
heard from even back in the day that they have been prejudiced. They were always Asian, not Asian Americans, but Asians in their home country was always prejudiced to black people,
Hmm.
and
Look
it
how they
seems
treat
like
us here in this country.
Right.
true. I mean, it's bad, but we're free now. Um, in
No.
Asia, they take precedence over everything. There's a difference because you are really a minority there. Like by out of 10 out of 1.
Mm-hmm.
But they have black Asians though, so it puzzles me that every country has black people in it, and how
Yeah.
can you be
It does,
racist
but they are
or
still
discriminate?
the acute minority
That's
to the
crazy.
billions and billions of Asians. So there was a video that was just posted online probably like last week during all of this COVID stuff where they was beating this black man in a public market. I guess he
Hmm.
probably tried to steal something because he ain't had no shoes on, so he looked like he was probably homeless or something.
Oh, but did you
Eh,
see? Okay, so they had a post that I think I sent to Lindsay. Um, it was the black man. He was jogging, and the two white men just shot him.
So here's what this story
Mm.
says. Wow. Here's what this
Yeah.
story says though. Black people are not allowed. Reports of discrimination after Chinese city orders mandatory quarantine for African residents. That's the
Mm.
headline.
That's sad. And
It
those same
is.
Asians are over in Africa trying to buy up land.
And it says that this has happened after 5 Nigerians tested positive for the COVID-19 in China. The government ordered that all residents of African descent to be quarantined for 14 days.
What? Okay, so here's my issue. I'm nervous that once this is all over, it said and done,
Hmm.
when you start back traveling, are we
Hmm.
still gonna have that stigma? Is we still gonna be, people still gonna be, treating us any type of way? Because
Yeah.
you
I
know what I
don't
mean,
think
and that's what I
so
worry about.
because this is happening. It's not
They've
just
been treating us
happening.
like that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the stigma will change against how they treat people of color from
Hmm.
anywhere because it's not a black person disease.
But they're trying to make it seem like now it's affecting more black people, so it's a
Well,
But it
they're
bigger
trying to
is,
find
but it
somebody to
is
put
because
blame on because the world is
it's
blaming
just
them.
inherent that our DNA is actually sicker than other
Oh,
cultures.
okay.
We eat the worst. You have to admit we eat the worst. Look, Nate
We
just ate a
do.
whole pot of ice cream.
We do.
First
Oh,
of
oh,
all,
oh.
I had a Sunday
But you was snacking on it for at least an hour now. I'm just gonna cut it
because I was taking
out.
my
And
time.
it was still cold. And it was
I
still
was
cold.
taking my
It was stuck
time.
on the spoon. You was flipping it up upside down, licking on it. Yes.
Right. It was.
Mm-mm.
I was taking my time. I want to just be like.
but
All over the street.
but at least you wasn't eating chips and
Yeah, I was
cream
low
with
key.
whipped cream.
Right, right. That's why I picked a soft treat so I wasn't making
I think she was
noise.
talking
Wasn't
about
even
me.
healthy. You
I
should have
think
been
she,
drinking the
I
water.
think she was talking about me.
You could ask the cat behind you.
Oh, Pissy
Oh,
Bill, ex
Nemers.
Pissy Bill.
Oh my god. What
Yeah, but no,
Lindsay
I
done
don't
went
think.
out again?
Yeah, her phone muted again. I guess somebody
Oh
probably
Jesus
called.
Lord.
Yeah. But I don't think that this. I don't think there will be a. I don't go anywhere anyway because I don't. I definitely not going. What is that? That's east.
Well, you go
Yeah.
to Walmart, so that's who got it. Walmart
I
got
haven't been
it.
to Walmart. I haven't
But
been
there's a
to.
line to get in Walmart
I
now. It's a
actually have
line.
not been in Walmart. No, I've been in Walmart once this year.
But it's a line now. You got to stand
I don't
outside.
do
You can,
Walmart. I
they
don't go inside Walmart. I do pickup.
well good because they won't let you in without a mask
And I
anyway.
actually
So
haven't been back to Walmart in like since this happened. Actually, since that day I went
Mm-hmm.
while you were on doing your show. That was the last time I went. And I
it's
went to go do
crazy.
pickup at that point. But yeah, I stopped going because Walmart now has a whole. It's a wait on
It
even doing
is. You got to
pickup.
stand outside, and you got to have a mask on.
It's a
They're
wait
not
for
letting
even
you
doing
in. They're not
pickup.
serving you. But not, yeah, it's
The last time I tried to do a
everything's been
pickup
bad.
order, it told me I had to I could come pick it up on Friday. I was like, I'm not gonna be hungry on Friday.
Yeah, I'm ordering products
But
offline.
you know what? I thought about something the other day. I said this should really teach all these people that are pushing for everything to be automated and robots because
Hmm.
they
Oh,
can't keep up with it.
all right. So
They
we got.
Right,
cannot keep
right.
up with that type of system.
Hold on, I got to segue because this was something that Lindsay really wanted to talk about the last time we were doing the show, and we got 10 minutes left in the show, so I really want to get to this today. And it
Mm.
was the story about how I discovered my husband is gay during the coronavirus
Okay.
lockdown.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
okay. Spill the tea, honey. I'm ready.
So the story starts. I'm going to read. I'm going. I don't want to take up the
Can
whole ten
y'all hear
minutes reading.
me?
Now we can.
Now we can.
Okay, because I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what's going on.
It
This is
might
just
be the owner.
oh,
yeah. It's a new phone. It's a new
is your phone?
phone.
New
Is it on Wi-Fi?
phone. Who
It's
this?
on
That's how you
Wi-Fi.
gonna
It
blame
says
it.
it's on driving mode. That's what it says.
Yeah. And she.
Take
Driving
it
That's
out.
mode.
just
You're
hands
not
free.
yeah.
Huh?
That's like hands free mode. That's all
Hmm.
it is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what
Well,
she
I
gonna
gotta
use.
get off of it.
She
I don't
just
know
tried to
how to
use
turn it.
this. She just
Don't
tried to
touch
use.
nothing.
She just tried to use the excuse of new phone. Who this? I'm not here for it.
Where you get a
It's
new
the
phone if
owner.
the store not even open? That's stupid.
So okay, so it goes like this. Austin and I have been married for a little over 2 years now. All the time, I have never had any reason to doubt his sexuality. He never did anything utterly suspicious. He was a normal masculine guy who enjoyed his
Mm.
sports. Not football, but tennis. First strike.
Okay.
Strike
Yes.
one, strike one.
Yes.
And never underperformed in bed. They typically don't. Well,
Hmm.
maybe I shouldn't be the perfect judge of that because I'd usually preferred sexual activity short, simple, and stress free. Lesbian.
Okay.
Um,
Ooh. Right.
and because
Okay.
There is a lesson.
we just discovered
Mhm.
something about yourself.
Right.
Because and because I was completely sexually attracted to him, I've never had any reason to complain of him not satisfying me sexually. There were
So only
times.
ugly people gay to her?
Thank you. There were times he gave excuses why he didn't want sex, but he always made up for them in the coming days or weeks. Okay. That's typical. A lot of people don't want sex all the time.
Yeah.
When they getting it somewhere else?
Or you gotta be sometimes you just gotta be in the mood.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself.
You
Like
do just
today.
gotta be in the
Like
mood.
today, I'm not in the mood.
Wow.
I guess everybody don't need to know that though, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Retweet.
Well, they better
Okay.
hurry up and send this out.
he
Send
would
it out there.
sometimes travel. Wait a minute. He would sometimes travel to stay a day or two for business, but this never caused an issue. I mean, it's normal. It's normal that normal working adults would sometimes stay away from home, isn't it? Yes, I travel often. I'm just now beginning to realize that because there was freedom of movement then, he could go anywhere he wanted and hang out with anybody he wanted.
Duh.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what he was doing when
Right.
he was traveling. Or
Right.
he could have been hanging
Business
out with
trips.
coworkers or something like that.
Yeah,
I hang out with
business
coworkers a
trips.
lot.
You sounded
Right.
like somebody that sleeps with somebody's husband right now. That's what
Oh
that sound like. You taking up for him.
no, but that's real.
But that's real. That's life. I'm not going to
Yeah,
deny
like I
what
could
you
be
just said,
scouting
but
for like a new home or something in a whole different state. Like,
I'm not going to deny what you just
Can y'all
said.
hear
But
me?
it's like,
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, go ahead. Finish reading the story, Monty.
okay, hold on. Let me fix my hair.
Home wrecker.
Readjust my bonnet.
He's a home wrecker.
Hold on, I can't see. The light is reflected. Okay, where was I? I wasn't aware of those people he hanged with or any of those places he went. Oh, my page ripped. Sorry. I don't know what that says right there. So I'm going to keep going. But I guess with the recent lockdown law and its intended restrictions of movement, he was obviously helplessly stuck with me in the house for a whole 14 days. This meant I had enough time with him to notice things I previously might not have been noticing, like the strange calls, for instance. Someone would call him someone I was sure was another man, and they would be on the phone for a really long time, not talking business or sports like most guys, but personal stuff like when the last when last either of them had sex and things like that.
Mhm.
Strike two.
That is a strike. I would give that a strike, but
Yes.
not necessarily. Especially if it's your best friend.
Oh,
I don't know. No such thing
Men
as
talk about sex.
yes,
That's not
they do.
unusual.
I mean, they do, but I
I don't know if
mean,
they talk about when the last time you had
that's
sex,
what I'm
but they'll
saying.
probably talk
Like,
Yeah,
about the
Yeah.
girls
yeah.
that
You talk
they
about it.
asking them.
If
smash. But you,
that's your
Yeah.
friend and you're not sleeping with
but
them,
if
you
the
talk
question
about
if
it.
the question was when was the last time you had sex, and he knows who you were having sex with outside of your marriage, that's something you would talk to with your boys.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
Yeah, you
That's true.
would.
That's true because I had those conversations all the time.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna
I
continue.
have
So
all the time.
that still wasn't that was a red flag on her thinking, okay, you are being cheated on, but not that he's gay. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's how it's presented and how it goes.
See, this is her talking, so this is why it's presented this way.
Okay.
I could tell I could tell he too didn't find discussing those topics with a fellow guy utterly normal from the way his voice always remained muted while on the phone. Still, I
Mm.
never cared that much about the phone calls. We are dealing with a pandemic, and it is enough to put people off their normal behavior, I thought to myself. I also then noticed that my husband was finding it difficult to keep up in the bed. This,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
because she was on. That could be because she's on that thing where we're quarantined in the house. We supposed to have sex every day. Where you saw that on Facebook and you think that's supposed to be real life, imitating real life. That's not true.
Right.
No,
That's
it's not.
not. That's
Sometimes
It's
not.
not
you need a
true.
That's not
break.
No,
everyday life.
it's not
But
normal.
She keep
it would
Mm-mm.
be
coming
nice.
every time he turn around. She's standing in the doorway with the lingerie on. Bitch, I'm gonna set your ass on fire. So,
Okay.
I mean, with this whole lockdown stuff, the need for sex and intimacy sort of rose up. My girlfriends, some of look, see here you go. My girlfriends, some of whom are also married, tell me how they have been doing nothing else other than sex and sleep and watch movies with their partner. No, see, this is what happens.
But that's
Did
what
y'all?
that's in their relationship.
Right, right,
Right.
and they lying because they not having sex
Yes.
that much. Calm
No.
down.
They gonna
No.
be single.
But if you look on social media now, everybody's naked.
Everybody's actually
So
thinking they having sex, but they not. They just naked. They hot. That's
they just
all.
Right.
naked. You know. Yeah, they
Turn your
hot as
heat
hell.
down,
Right.
bitch.
Yeah.
You
Right.
nasty.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, neighbors.
Oh, was you talking to the cat? Like
That was
what's
the inside
happening?
joke for outside of the show. We were talking about that before we got started. Turn your
Oh,
heat
okay.
down, you nasties. As a smart woman, I played things cool and avoided raising any suspicion or argument
Cause she ain't wanna be alone.
until that
So
night. I had overheard my husband tell his caller on the phone to call back in like an hour. I quickly realized that was the time he hoped I would have been asleep. So I gave him what he wanted. I slept off early, snoring away in feigned oblivion. Look how she put that, in feigned oblivion.
Did
I
she
knew
have to? That's why.
I knew when my husband crept out of the room and entered the guest bathroom. I waited some time before following
In the
him.
bathroom.
Look, she's setting him up instead of just being an open woman
Yes,
and
she is.
asking him if he had anything going on. That's what part of the problem. That's why
But he
people
could have
keep
lied.
that's why people keep secrets though.
Hmm.
Yes.
Um,
Yep.
so she locked in.
She
And
went
there it was,
down.
all bare. My husband was in the middle of his steamy sex chat with one dude like that. Um, they were showing each other their erect penises and
Friends do that.
and button.
Oh, what friends? What friends do that?
Friends do that.
What friends do that? Okay.
Friends do that.
Oh my
that caught me.
God, Nate.
That caught me completely off
Oh my God.
guard. They were showing each other their erect penises and naked butts. And the man from the other M was telling my husband what he would do to him immediately once the lockdown was over. He told my
Oh,
husband he was going to eat his ass, and my
Oh,
husband replied, "Yes, baby, yes." Oh, he didn't say it like
oh,
that. He didn't say it like that. I made that up.
gotcha.
He told my husband. He told my
Thought
husband
you had
he
friends.
was going to give it to him hot and deep. Ew,
Mm-mm.
hot and deep. What, he's gonna put some
hot and
lighter
deep.
fluid?
Hot and deep.
Now
Light
you gonna get that? What was that? Not Bengay. What's the other one?
icy
Icy
hot.
hot.
Icy
Yeah,
hot.
icy hot.
And
What's it
Icy
called?
hot
he
that.
said he was gonna give it to him hot and deep, and my husband replied, "Damn, baby." He then said, "You will
Oh
spread it
God.
wide, yeah." And to this, my husband screamed in ecstasy, "Oh, damn it, Alex!"
Oh
See, it could have been a female though, Alex.
no. Mm-mm.
She
She
just,
said,
No,
"Dude."
she just could have had
no.
She
a,
said,
she could have had a
"Rex
deep
penis
voice.
is just no, not with a Rex penis."
Nah is on it.
in the morning, I confronted my husband. He wanted to lie at the beginning, but then he opened up and told me the truth. What are we going to do now? I asked him. Can we at least wait till this coronavirus thing is over and we know if we are alive or dead? He said.
Well, you're alive right now. We can let that go.
I
Yeah.
wonder. So my thing about that is all right. So she asked him about it. So what was the conversation about? Like what did she ask him? Like because I know typical women ask, but do you love him?
Mm.
I've
And
seen that.
have you slept with
All
him
the
I
dumb
mean,
before?
I've seen that
you
happen
can't
before.
I mean, at the end of the day, if something like that happened to me, I can't compete with a man. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
No.
let it go.
Right.
I'm just gonna let it go. I can't,
But
I
is it
can't
that easy when it's your husband? You've
I mean,
already
no.
committed.
it's that easy. Look, you like to get down with the girls, and that's cool. That's good for you. I can't be with you no more.
What if what if
There's
he
no
say one of
counseling
these?
that's gonna fix this.
What if he says one of these? Ooh, I didn't know what to tell you.
Then I would be like, "Oh well, goodbye.
Yes, thank you.
You had
I'll
plenty
be
of time. We've been in here for 14 days. You had plenty of time.
gone.
I don't want to hear
Exactly.
that. I wasn't good
Exactly.
enough. You crept on while I was pretending to be asleep. Like, no, you gotta go.
He
But
Uh-uh.
he
Nate,
didn't
you
want
disrespected
kind
to.
of
her by
He
doing
didn't
quiet.
it
want to
in the house.
disturb you. He didn't want to be like jerking off while you was asleep. Like
Oh
that's
my
Bruh.
God, Nate. Don't
what
ever
you
get
thought they
married,
was
Nate.
in there doing.
Every,
They
but
was jerking
still,
off
like,
in there.
you could have waited 14 days.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
It's
As
doable, but
Monty disciplines his ass.
if he was doing it before you went into the quarantine, you being in the quarantine only gonna make it like heightened
It's gonna
for that
bring
person.
the truth to light. It's gonna bring the
Right.
truth to light.
Yeah.
So at some
But what?
point, he
All
had
right, so
plenty of time
put
to tell
yourself
her.
in his shoes. All right, put yourself in his shoes. Would you take that risk?
No.
To do it.
would you take that risk in doing that in
No,
the bathroom
no,
while
not
your
at
wife's
all.
No,
there?
Not where my
no.
wife was at.
I
I would
No,
have
mean,
went to
no,
the basement,
Who's
to
to
the
say he
car,
ain't done it
something.
no.
before? She only recognized him being in the guest bedroom, bathroom this time. Who's to say he's never did that before? If he was
Right.
that comfortable to
Yeah.
do it during a quarantine, he's done that before.
that's my point.
Right.
But like,
Right.
why
Right.
would you take that? I don't. I never understand
Right.
the stupidity of some people.
But
If
she
you
wasn't paying
are,
attention before, though.
Right.
and if you
She
are
wasn't paying
cheating,
attention.
but if you are cheating, why take any kind of risk
You're
in
right.
doing it
Exactly.
at
Because
Because
the
in
point
doing
is
then,
anything
not
at
to
home?
get
Because right now,
caught.
especially
That's
if you're
the
not
whole
in
point.
love,
Don't get
if
caught.
you're in love, I'm not taking that kind of risk and calling you
No.
with my spouse doing laundry right here.
well,
Thank you,
No.
Monty.
Marty,
No.
Exactly. Exactly.
that's because
It's a
you're the other
respect
person.
thing.
You're always the other person. So you're not taking the risk.
Oh,
The risk
Lord.
is being taken
Is
for
that a
you.
I
spoon in
am
your
But
hand?
never.
at the end of he knew his wife's
Look how
patterns.
long that
Right.
spoon
So
is. Look how long that spoon
Yeah.
is. Everybody, look how long that spoon was. So you
that's when was
now
like,
remember when I said it was a
look
bucket?
at it. That's the magic wand.
Remember when I said
No,
it
it's
was
a
a?
back scratcher. That's all.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Remember when I said it was a
Lord.
bucket that he was eating the ice cream out of? Look how deep it had to go.
'Cause he was-
I deserved ice cream. I've been working hard. Don't do that.
oh my god. And he ate it slow.
So I
Thank
always
you.
thought about that. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, I mean, but at the same time, if you already risked it by doing it in the first place,
But like you said, he probably already been risky because he knows his wife's patterns.
right?
So
So
he
Yep.
what
knows when
is?
she
That's how
sleep.
I always wanted to ask somebody about that. So what was the pleasure you actually got out of doing that to another person? Because
Doing
if
what?
Doing
you
what?
doing the
Can't
cheating
answer
in the
that.
first place, doing the cheating in
Doing
the first place, because
oh
They
you
me. Oh,
wasn't
risk
I can.
thinking about
you
the other person.
you
It's
Oh.
about
already
them.
risked it all. You already
I am a.
risked it all. If you were in love with that other person, because that's what I'm saying. The question that she would have asked him is, "Are you in love with that person?"
Right.
But
So
I
you
mean,
risked it
she
all
didn't
for
sit
somebody that
down
you're
saying
already
"I
in
You
love
love
can
with.
you."
cheat. You can cheat and be in love with the person. I've cheated
Right.
before and was in love with the person, and I never got caught. I never got caught, but I was in love with the person
So
deeply.
they may
But
have
So you were in
been
love with the person that you cheated with.
no, no,
no.
no, no.
That's
I
what I'm
was in love
talking
with the
about.
person
That's
I was
her
cheating
question to her
on.
husband is, "Are you in love with that person?"
So I
Oh no,
mean, but
I
like
was
Lindsay's
never in love
saying,
with the other person.
he
The other
could be in
person
love with
was
his
the other person.
wife and just
Right.
he could just be a little, fuck boy on the side. You know what I mean?
And that's a different discussion. But I think
Right.
that's a different discussion if she can deal with it or not.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't deal with it.
I'm not second to nobody. You're not about to be with a dude, a whole dude. No. And then because you're putting me at risk at the end of the day.
Well, you would
And
have
that's a
been
whole nother
but you would
discussion
have
too.
been. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole other
Yeah.
discussion because you're still at risk if you would have been cheating with a woman. Because I
Right.
get what you was going with that, but you, the risk is the risk,
It is. You're
Yeah.
right.
whether it's male or female. Um,
But how are you gonna catch something over the phone?
Nate, oh my
but
God.
I guess her inkling is that they had already met in person before. That's why her thinking.
Yeah.
Her
Because
inkling is that
he
this has
had free
already
time to
happened.
be with
Right.
whoever.
Hopefully they met in person. You don't know.
But I get
He
what your
could have been
point
on the
is.
app.
Maybe they did not ever have the affair, and it was just an emotional affair over the phone and showing
Maybe.
penises.
Yeah.
I've had
Then
emotional
that's still another different discussion.
Yeah,
Would you
I've had
give
emotional
Would you
affairs.
give up your marriage over a phone affair?
Yeah.
No, hell
She
no.
said, "Yeah." Now you said, "Yeah." I heard her.
No, I mean I'm saying that I get what
No,
you.
no, I
No,
would
I wouldn't. Don't
no,
call me out.
no, I would not. I
You
definitely would
wouldn't.
not give up. I know, I would
No,
not.
So
because
would
it's
your
just
question be to that
something for
person?
fun.
Right? Okay. Right. So would your question be to that person? Would you ever act on it? If you heard your man in the bathroom showing his dick to another man, but he has never acted on his gayness besides that call, would you end your
So
relationship over it?
that
But see,
reminds
A
me.
black woman can never answer this question honestly.
that you
So
know
y'all
what?
about to
I
lie.
can answer it. I can
No,
answer it
I wouldn't go lie.
honestly. That's a private conversation because it all depends on what kind of level of freak you
Right.
are.
Right.
Some
That
women
Y'all was
are
I
really
agree.
adamant
freaky.
about it.
Some of us are really, really, really freaky and will accept certain things like that. There
Yeah.
are black women who will.
There
So it
Right.
are.
just depends on
Yeah.
the woman. Because I know black women now who are into seeing men be together, and they're fine with, they're comfortable with it. So you can't say that. You can't say that black men
For
don't.
me, that reminds me of the whole Greenleaf situation when the dude was he had emotions for men, but it took him a while to act on it.
He
and when he
couldn't act on
finally
it, right.
And then when he finally did, the wife had a decision to make.
Right. That's the thing.
So
It all falls back on whoever the one that's being cheated on. It all
Yeah.
falls back on that person on whether they can accept it or not. That's why I always wanted to ask that question.
because he even
Would
went
you
to
be
therapy
able
to try to
accept
help
it?
with the emotions that he was feeling for men.
Right.
Because if that person didn't act on it, what's really changed?
Right.
Besides somebody's sexual proclivity to get off over the phone.
Yeah, because then it's like, do you still find me attractive? Because
I mean, she was still getting
problem. Like, you'll never believe that he's not thinking about those things still.
Right. That will be a problem.
But you never know that now. Even if if you never found out that this happened in the bathroom, in your guest bathroom, if you never found out this was happening in your guest bathroom, you don't know if that person has always been thinking that you were a man. This whole entire time, he's having sex with you, thinking about you having a penis.
Wow, yeah.
But eventually, I feel like it may come out one day. It just be like, babe, let's try to spice it up a little bit. Here, I brought a dildo for you. You know what I mean? So it may come out at some point.
It don't start that way. It was like, come on, babe.
Miss Naya, you was telling the secret.
It don't ever start that way, though. It don't start that way with the dildo thing. It always starts with
telling the secret.
Press my button.
I mean, but it just something.
It starts with like press my button.
Smack my booty, like smack my butt a little bit. Squeeze it. Just give a little squeeze.
Wiggle your finger.
Take me now.
Wiggle your finger. Push it. Push the button.
Yeah.
I'm good. You set me up.
Yeah, buddy.
She telling that.
That's where the conversation starts to digress.
I mean, I'm just saying what the women want to say.
Naya living on the wild
All right, you guys.
But you got to realize who I be talking to every day.
Lindsay.
She done gave me. She inspires me. So.
All right, you guys. I thank you.
Oh my God!
In Baltimore, so it ain't reached me yet.
All right, you guys. I thank you guys for joining in on Talk Lately this week.
Thank you for having us.
We had a great time, but I do have to go now because we do have another show.
Monty, are you recording this show?
This show is going to be posted already live on Facebook, YouTube, and on YouTube, Facebook and YouTube. And we'll be back next week. It'll be a new month called May.
Yes, God willing. God willing.
Still be in the house.
Free.
And we'll
real quick. Tune in tomorrow at 9:00. I'll be doing an erotic poetry open mic. So you go to the Artist Page Radio Show page, and we have it's gonna be a little raunchy. People already.
Oh, that's right.
Send me the link. Send me the link.
I'll send you the link.
Thank you.
My alley.
Yes, it is.
And we are out.
That was awesome, guys.
If I could turn this off, it'd be even better. Oh my God, it won't let me turn it on.
That's crazy. Oh.
It won't let me turn off.
Oh, so we still going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we, the people want to hear it. Can't turn it off. Give them what they want.
I got another show to do though. It won't let me turn it off. I'm gonna close it out.
I was about to say, what's happening?
Let me go make me some phone calls now.
Let me tell that somebody gave me a virus.
It's It's frozen.
Oh shoot, the damn keyboard is on the damn fucking computer. My fat ass cake is on the computer. It was-